Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Oh shit, we not jacking that. It's not a place that we go that. We not packing that. You know we flip this whole shit like an acrobat. And everything that you owe, I'm coming back for that. Shit. So what more you wanna ask them? The niggas told me how to rap and now I'm platinum.
Wow. Hey, man, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Listen, man. Hey, man, I hope you guys been watching, man. I talked about it yesterday. I'm just going to give a little bit of insight on it today, man. Jim Jones, he clapped right on back, man. It was real quick, came back like he supposed to. You know how this thing go, man. You know, you niggas say y'all taught me how to rap and I went platinum. He had a lot to say. It hadn't fully come out yet, but you see he right back on it, man. I love the sounds. I think it's going to be a banger. Hey, here we are. We back at it again. This ain't the first time these guys done went back and forth, so don't act brand new. Man, that's hip hop, bro. Like I said, I always jump out here and just check out what's going on, what's kind of how the waves is lining out when it come down to this media thing, man. When I talked about it yesterday, it was something else because of the way that I told you, the way the Cameron pulled up. He pulled up like he was ready for, like Mace had the popcorn. He's sitting there, you know what I'm saying? He telling all these stories about what happened with DC and what happened with when Mano ran up and, you know, all type of stuff. It's all kind of stuff being said. So now my boy Jim Jones does what he does. And I like that. He didn't just try to go at him on go talk or whatever. No, he went straight to the music, what he knows, what he's familiar with. And I like the response. I like the fact of the back and forth, how they responding. Hopefully it don't spill into the streets. New York, stand up, you know, the Mecca. I know y'all, this where it all began. So y'all, you know already when it starts to spewing like this, some things can spiral out into the streets. Cause Jim Jones, man, said that y'all not in the streets. Jim said y'all don't be outside, y'all on the internet with it. So Jim is really, he flamboyantly saying that I be in the streets and you be on the internet. So do you guys agree with Jim that, you know, these boys, Cameron and them, they in the studio, they on the internet or are they outside, you know? This boy, man, listen, they made a statement yesterday that I really wasn't really up on like I should have been about the grandma. And that's a significant thing because after further research, you see that his grandmother lived in Harlem. I got to say something about that because I got Little Lodi tatted on my chest. Guess where my grandma lived? In Lodi. So it's a difference. You know what I mean? When you got Little Lodi, it's a reason for that. You grow up half the time. If your grandma over there, like T.I. and Bankhead, if your grandma live over there, you over there a lot. Especially if your mama's single parent. Oh, you got to have somewhere to go on the weekend because you're not going to be at the house by yourself. So as a child, you're reared up over grandma's house. Anybody get in the comments, who didn't spend a lot of time over their grandma's house? I'm waiting. If your mama was trying to raise you on her own or if they had separated and they were going out on the weekends, who didn't spend a lot of time? I'm waiting. Who didn't spend a lot of time over their grandmother's house? So, you know, at the end of the day, when Cameron said he was at his grandma's house, his grandma lived in Harlem. So that's a big difference for me now. I didn't think about that yesterday. That's a big difference. So even though he wasn't born over there, and I know people like to shoot shots or whatever, he had to be over there a lot. He rocked that Harlem thing because it's a part of him just as well. Now, he might not be on the same street with them like Cameron was saying, but he over there. He outside. And he in the neighborhoods, and he could be doing a lot of work over there. Because I ain't going to lie, most of my really detrimental times was over at grandma's house. Either one of them on either side. At grandma's house, it go down. Uncles, aunties, relatives, that's why they coming through, they funneling through grandma's house. They coming by grandma's house. They cooking better. The food even tastes better at grandma's house. Everybody know that. Everybody know if you're going to get a good plate of food, you got to go by grandma's house to get the food. So when you're a young kid and your mama is young raising you and first place she going to take you finna be over your grandma's house this weekend. Or somebody, if a homegirl coming from out of town, we finna drop you off of your grandma's house. So this is something that I got to give it up to Jim. He was in Harlem. And that's some real spill, you know. Now, far as him getting upset because he said something on the interview, that's something totally different. Demographics is one thing, but then when you look at old news and the way things transpired, Jim, you know, I get it. You know what I mean? Cameron, I understand. You know, we just had an interview. I didn't think it was even going to be that big of a trip. I've been there. So people are watching. They're looking for reasons. You know, I mean, maybe you bring him on the show, man. Hash it all the way out. You had 50 on. Bring Jim Jones on. Y'all squash this, man, and get in there together. Because at the end of the day, you know you love the boy. If something happened to him today, guess what? As I always say about you boys that come up together, if something happened to Jim Jones today or if something happened to Cameron today, both of them will have their head down hurt behind the fact of something happening. They love each other. They partners. They Dipset. All they together. I don't know what Joel Santana at. Joel, step up and say something to him. Because they listen to you because you was the young boy in there at the time when all this was going down. So you need to step up and go and let them know, man, y'all brothers, man. You know, because at the end of the day, you boys came up together. That was a big movement for the whole. I ain't gonna lie. When I seen it, because New York was flat at the time. It wasn't just really just jumping like that. Dipset came in and really gave it gas when it was on empty. I said, and the camera and that pink, it had a whole movement. So I got to give it up to that boy, man. Cameron and Jim Jones and Joel Santana and all them boys, man. Even Mace dipping back and forth, you know. Even though he was, because Mace went to church. He wasn't really up on it like that. Mace went to church for a minute. He come in, dip out, you know, because there was certain things he didn't want to play part in. But I tell you one dang thing, he got his popcorn ready today because he's working on his show and he knows they done got themselves caught up in a thing where they're making real good moves on that show. So they gonna come on with it now. So Jim Jones, you got to speak up. You got to step up. You gonna have to rap. You got to do an interview to keep up with them boys. They on that thing every day. They on it every day. So that's gonna be a big deal for you to try to keep up with that. Trying to understand what they might say next. So it might be good you get on there with them. I ain't gonna lie. I'd like to see you get on there with them and y'all hash it out. That'll be a big show. And I can see that happening. I can see that happening because them boys are older, man. You know, somebody had to put the phone call in. They got an OG over there, somebody that's gonna say, hey, man, they got somebody over there out of Harlem or somebody over there in the Bronx. It could be in Brooklyn, wherever. Might, hey, man, Jim, man, watch out, man. Hey, Cameron, man, just watch out. But this song that he just responded with, it don't seem like it's gonna be nothing to just play with. He owned it. He owned it. He back. That's the old Jim I know. He ain't playing no games. He running all up to the camera, getting real close up, making his gestures. He back. Oh, okay, we doing this. So he went right back in his bag and Lil gave us a step. Now, one thing about it, Jim, you know Cameron, if you want to take it rap, he love that. So it could be, do y'all think Cameron's going to respond in a rap way with Jim? Or you think he's going to let him make it? Or do you think he in the studio right now? What do y'all think? What is Cameron doing? Is he in the stew right now? Trying to get it cooked up? I think he is. It's in him. He can't get it out of him. I think he is. Y'all get the comments, let me know. Is Cameron going to come back with a response to this Jim Jones diss track? And would you like to see it? Will it be something interesting to see? Let us know, man. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys keep on watching. Boss Talk 101, where the bosses talk, review.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.